What's up everybody and welcome to the updated version of the Space Marine armor. So first and foremost, I'm going to show you guys how to get it. You're going to come over here to, wherever this is. The location is actually added by default. So when I launched the game, this was here. But as you can see, it's the right to Sky Planes Flight. And you're going to find this bunker along with this little building over here, so obviously you're going to want to go in the bunker. Once inside the bunker, there'll be some ghouls and stuff in here to take you on. I disabled them all because I really wasn't feeling it. So once you get inside, you pretty much just have to go down there. So you'll work your way around. I'm personally not going to do that because, again, I disabled all the ghouls and everything. But as you can see, we do have the power armor right there, but make sure you do not miss the 2 weapons added by this mod. So as you can see, we do have them. Whoops. Oh, now not ghouls since. Okay, so that was changed since the last time. But yeah, so make sure you don't miss the weapons in there, but then you can get in the armor and just leave after you've cleared all the enemies. So as you can see, in its default version, this armor comes with basically no paint job. You just have that rusted, silvery metal look, and it does look really nice. The model and the textures, obviously we'll get into more of the textures as we get into some of the paint jobs, but the basic textures do look really good. I really do like that little touch of getting it with no paint jobs. Obviously, the different paint jobs meaning different faction affinity, so that is probably the thought process behind that. If we go check it out on the back, we do have some other cool stuff. So from behind, we do have the big backpack with those massive vents on the side. There is a jetpack you could add on to this armor. Obviously, it's not on just yet, but that is equally massive. Everything about this armor just makes it feel very large and powerful, and that it is. It is a heavy armor, and it does protect you quite well. Nothing too crazy on the back. Otherwise, though, you have obviously just the same texture as the front and just the same bulky legs. So now getting a close-up of the weapon, this gun does come with 2 different weapons here, a Stalker bolt gun and a regular rapid bolt gun. They're both pretty cool, dealing a lot of damage, obviously straight out of the Warhammer universe. Again, this is the reason this mod was removed from the Nexus, so that's part of the update. It is being updated to be back on the Nexus, as well as it's back on Xbox One. So basically the reason was this was using sound files from one of the games or movies, and obviously they didn't allow that. The gun itself does look really freaking nice. We do have that skull on the side there, very similar to the skull on the chest piece, and everything about this is pretty high quality and the texture is very well done. So now we do just have the regular bolt gun. Before I showed you the Stalker one doing a lot more damage, but this one's more just of an SMG. I'll show you them in action in a little while after we get to customizing them, but relatively simple. It looks very similar without the scope or the longer barrel. So now back at Red Rocket and customizing this armor, I think it's where it really shines, especially if you're into the 40k universe. So as you can see here, we do have a ton of different paint jobs. I'll show you a few of them. Obviously, I don't have the time to show you every single one because, well, there's I think 13. So yeah, and they are very nice, very loud. Obviously, I don't know that much about the 40k universe, so I'm just going to kind of tell you them how they act in the Fallout universe as a power armor. So of course, these are for all different factions, I would assume. We have Dark Angels, Blood Ravens, Blood Angels, Black Templar, etc., etc. And as you can see, so far they've been relatively simple, the different ones, but a lot of them will start to get very loud. So as you can see, as I get to like the Salamander, well, actually that's pretty quiet, but the Vault Tech paint actually is in here too, which is pretty nice. But they are nice, bright, and vibrant colors. That's one of the things I did notice when using this, is a lot of the different colors were like just really good looking. Obviously, I'm only doing one piece at a time, but I'll show you some of the full body ones and how they look. So as you can see, the armor here now does have one of the paint jobs. This is the Black Templar's paint, and as you can see, it does change a lot of different little features about it. So you have the different color core features, and the shoulder pads do change, the skull on the center changes, and basically the accents all around the armor go for that same black to white paint job. As you can see, we do have some logos on the legs here, and this is pretty much how every single one's gonna look. Varying degrees of what's changed, obviously. Some have different logos, some have different colors, etc. So now actually in the armor, this time I am using the Space Wolves paint job, and as you can see, it does change a lot about the armor. The little backpack there is changed. As you can see, we do have that nice logo on the side, but it is different on the other shoulder pad. We do have a totally different design, which I do like, which is matching the backpack a little bit better. Then you have a nice little paw print on the knee pad right there, and obviously you do have that really nice looking blue, and I really want to just commend the mod author for this. These are some really high quality and just, well, they all look really good. So definitely took a lot of time to make all these different paint jobs, so I'll show you one more and then we'll get into some of the weapon mods. So now in the Vault Tech paint with the jetpack equipped, as you can see, we do have a nice 111 on our left shoulder there, and just all around it gives you that nice colored paint job. Under the jetpack it actually says 111 on our back, but since I did put a jetpack on, we do have the Vault Tech logo there, and look at that freaking jetpack. That is obviously a massive jetpack, and if you take off in it, it does look pretty daunting. I really do like how the animations and everything do work pretty well, and then you could land down. So let's check out some of the different weapons you could do, or some of the different mods you could do to those two different weapons we got. So here we do have the two guns that you do get in that little workshop. As you can see, one is the Sculpt Stalker bolt gun, so as you can see, it does fire a 75 Stalker round, and the other one is the short automatic bolt gun, which does fire just a 75 round. So they're pretty much the same. There's nothing too crazy. Obviously you can change this one to the Stalker receiver, which is just going to do a lot more damage, or the rapid bolter receiver, which is going to increase the rate of fire by quite a bit. Otherwise, everything else is just more or less changing one gun into the other. As you can see, you do have a few minor modifications like some stocks and all that, but otherwise, again, it's more or less just nothing too crazy, although the paint jobs do look really good. This is the one place where this mod, or this gun mod, does really shine. So you have, I really like this pixel pattern orange fire, then you have some military paint, which is a green color, some gilded receiver, which is almost like a weird gold, I don't know, it's almost like a beige color, but it does look really nice, although not matching our armor too well, obviously. So I will go with the just no paint where it is black. Then obviously for the Sculpt Stalker one, it is exactly all the same. It's just one of them happens to come with the Stalker receiver and the other one does not. Obviously we also have a Reflex Sight, which you can put on one of your two guns. So here now with the two guns in action, as you can see, these things are absolutely massive. They do take up a large portion of your screen, so you definitely want to be in the mood to use them. They're not like a lot of the other weapons in the game. I'll fire some shots off now for you. This is the rapid receiver and the obviously Reflex Sight. So again, looking pretty nice. Now let's switch to the Stalker one. So obviously reusing some of the sound files again, that is why it was changed, and or what was changed about this weapon mod. But yeah, so it will sound pretty good. Let's go actually check them out in action now with my armor. So I did place down about 30 legendary raiders. I don't really have all that much ammo, but as you guys saw before, these guns do a stupid amount of damage. I'm probably gonna one-shot with both of them, but yeah, so let's turn them on and actually get some action going. I'll try and get some bat shots right off the bat just because, I don't know, why not? So let's see if we can't get one. And oh, okay, so they actually did not one-shot them. Obviously that one I can't do that, but as you can see, I mutated a bunch there. You could hear the sound effects, and I also do have my jetpack, so let's go try and crash land down on this one. Obviously playing in third person with this armor it's again pretty encumbering. It is some really big freaking armor, and even small amounts of shots right there. Oh wow, I don't know, what was that, a shotgun? But yeah, even small amounts of shots do devastate these enemies, and you have to just be a little careful because obviously you don't come with that much ammo, so you're gonna have to craft a lot more, and I'm just trying to be a little bit careful here, not blow through all my ammo right off the bat. So it looks like I only have 2 shots, but we do hit both of them, and I do mutate the enemy, so not quite one-shotting, but I think it does about 300 damage per shot. I think I just got a ricochet effect. So let's go try and get a little bit closer, and we'll see if we can't melee this guy to death, and we can melee him once, and then let me go into first person though, so you could get some better views of the weapons. But yeah, so we could blow off his head really quick, and as you can see, we are just blowing away enemies, and I'm not really dying. Obviously I'm taking a lot more damage now, so I got to be a little bit careful, but this armor is super tanky, especially way stronger than a lot of the other power armors in the game right now. And did I shoot him in the head there? Or was that the leg? Nope, that was the leg. So I'm going to try and not just spray. Obviously this is using the rapid rifle there, or the rapid receiver. So this one is going to do a lot more damage. And if we can actually hit people with it, obviously I don't want to zoom in because I do have my HUD off. So let's try and get some cool VAT shots. And I'll actually put myself back in God mode so we can get some cooler VAT shots, because I'm sure you guys want to see the armor. And we'll just click a bunch of people there. And yeah, as you can see, it does have that kind of like explosive effect as you fire, which is a little bit interesting. I'm sure, again, that has something to do with, you know, something in the Warhammer universe. I just don't know anything about the universe. I'm sorry, I play Fallout, not Warhammer. So, yeah, and then we'll, okay, so that's a totally random Deathclaw. Not like I spawned that in or anything. So we could shoot this guy in the head, though. And, oh, I totally missed. Oh, no, I got him. And is that a raider or a settler? No, that's a raider. Okay, so we could shoot him as well. And a lot of these guys trying to take on my turrets, but fortunately for me, they are failing. Now let's try and get some cool headshots here. Looks like that guy does have a little revolver, and oh, I did get him. I was gonna say, am I gonna hit that guy? But I did get him, and as you can see, we got that guy as well. And I think a headshot, we do one shot, so let's find out. Yep, no, we one shot definitely with headshots. This is obviously using the Stalker one, and this one, you could, if you have the ammo, obviously I'm using, I'm in God mode, so I'm not going to run out of ammo, but if you have the ammo, you could kill some stuff very quickly with this weapon. It, again, does do a stupid amount of damage, and it is really kind of unbalanced in the Fallout universe, balanced in the Warhammer universe, though. So, to each their own, depends what you are going for here, and, oh, okay, so I'll just land both of those shots and kill them. I can fly up, and oh, I wanted to try and hit him. I did not, though, and fortunately none of them got my power armor. That normally happens. So we'll just try and spray as many down here. Let's see, we've been pretty lucky so far with the VATS accuracy, and I thought there was one behind me. I guess not. So let's see, will we get the, oh, there's one. Will we get the second one? Screw it, we're just gonna go for the the critical hit there. But yeah, so that's pretty much the armor, guys. There's nothing else about it. It is a pretty, like, when you get into some of those paint jobs, there are quite a few. Obviously, having some of the different bonuses. I didn't show you some of the other modifications you could make just because they're a little redundant. They're the same on all the other power armors. Nothing too crazy except the jetpack, obviously. So can we lay down some hell on this guy if we could actually hit him? There you go. And it looks like someone else is shooting me from way over there, but I don't know where they are. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really happy the armor did come out again. We don't have nearly enough power armors. Right now we have like 10 custom power armors in total, which is kind of crazy. So big shout out to the mod author for making sure everything was fixed to re-release the armor. As always, I thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.